about you?
All right, I guess.
You're here for the show.
Yes, sir. Looks like you set up, ain't you?
Oh yeah, I'm set up for you guys.
All right. Well, we really appreciate it.
This is I've never seen this one before. Is this
50 Oldsmobile.
50 old?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, it's new. I mean, I ain't never had it here before. The boys that had it.
I don't recognize what to do this.
Yes, sir. I don't think it. And that one over there, the purple one, I got it. I don't think it ain't never been up here either.
I don't remember seeing it in.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Beautiful. Is that original?
Everything except the motor.
Except the motor.
Somebody put a 327, 300 horse like vet motor in it.
But it's got to get up and go.
Yeah, it runs good.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Nice. We'll be walking around.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you for
coming. Thank y'all so much.
Well, hey everybody, thank you for joining me. Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway. And this is the big weekend. This is it. Rod run. Spring rod run. Of course, there's another rod run in the fall. So this is the spring rod run. And the cars are already here. Now, if you remember, I was here last week and they were here. Now they're here even more. And there'll be more every day coming in. Every single day. Now, as always, you're going to find a lot of Chevrolets, but there's a nice old Cadillac. You usually see him here every year. Beautiful car, too. And some of these cars are restored. Some of them are in original condition. Depends on what your like is. Do you want to restore a car? They're fun. You know, when you restore a car, you get to go to all the swap meets and find the parts you need. And I used to do that every year. Go to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and Hershey, Pennsylvania, and then Bennington, Vermont. So I'd go to 3 places looking for the parts that I needed for my cars. I'd go with a list and a pocket full of money, and I'd come home with all the little things that I needed, or the big things I needed, and it was fun. To me, it was a big deal, you know. All right, so how stupid it is, but the floor pan right under your feet, it's called a floor pan. And it was for my 47 Ford. I was looking for that. And I found it. There was a guy down, like row 87A, and he had a floor pan for a 47 Ford Deluxe. And I didn't give him a lot of money, $25, $30 or something like that. But I got my floor pan. It's amazing what you can find. The littlest things, right down to the light bulbs, the OEM, original equipment. You always want to go original, NOS stock. But there are a lot of cars here, and it's going to be a crazy, crazy weekend. I promise you. Get to see some of the cars. Now, I know tomorrow and Friday there's supposed to be rain coming in, but then Saturday and Sunday is supposed to be really nice. So people might have to put up with a little bit of rain on Thursday and Friday, but these people they wait all year for this. And sure, a lot of them cover up their cars. As soon as the sun comes out, they're out waxing them, drying them, waxing them. Remember I told you over here would be full of cars, and it's getting close to it. Very nice. Definitely seen some new cars. A lot of times you'll just see the same old cars over and over again, and it's not by the same owner. They swap it out with someone else, and that guy swaps it with someone else, and they just keep jacking up the price. But there's a lot of them coming out of town that they've never been here before. There's an old Ford. Nice looking. 38 Chevrolet, beautiful. I had that coupe right there. I had that coupe. Coupe was fun. I had a lot of fun with that. Then I had the 4-door model. Master Deluxe, it's called. 38, that's a 38 Master Deluxe coupe. I had a 38 and a 39 Master Deluxe 4-door sedan. And I drove them every day. I had 5 cars that I drove all week long. I'd take a different car. That was my goal, was to be able to drive a different old car every day. I saved my money and I worked hard. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Plastic spoon. and that I had to borrow. But I'm giving you a good look at what's going on. And this is the Looky-Loo Lane. They should actually put a sign up here, Looky-Loo Lane. It'll go this fast, crawl, during the event. Everybody wants to look at the car. You can see they already have their chairs out, and this will be lined with people. Absolutely lined with thousands of people. So if you're thinking about coming out here, get out here early, bring along a cooler full of goodies, and sit back and enjoy. Every day, these spots where you see regular cars and trucks in, they'll be absconded, liberated by the rod people. So when a car pulls out, a rod pulls in. And they stay here. They're not going anywhere for the whole weekend. That's where that car is going to stay. And people sit out here all day long, watching the cars go by. Haven't seen any rat rods yet, but it's a little early for that. I mean, it is only Wednesday. And I don't think, because of the weather, I don't think that the rat rods will come out until after the weather. Because basically those rat rods are exposed. Literally, their engines are exposed to the elements. Nice cars right over there. Look at that. Nice convertible. You don't see them every day. Beautiful. Beautiful. And imagine, those were cars that were driven every day during the 50s and the 60s. That was just an everyday car. And cheap, too. You pick them up a couple, $3,000 brand new. But back then, money wasn't like it is now. Couple T-Birds, those are nice. Nice looking car. No, all the cars have not shown up yet. You're saying, well, where are all the cars? It's early, and plus there's bad weather coming. And a lot of these guys are real picayune about getting their cars wet. There'll be a lot of them parked up on Rena Street, which is running parallel to us right now, to our right, and they'll leave them in their trailers. A lot of these guys will trailer 3, 4, 5 different cars, but they don't take them out if there's weather coming. I don't blame them. But I was never a show car guy. I drove my cars, and they were all just as nice as any of these nice cars, but I bought them to drive. I didn't buy them to show. One thing you don't see a lot of, we used to when we first moved here in 16, you see a lot of 30s cars, which is the years that I prefer. Stuff from 1931 on up to 39. Those are the years that I think the car industry really had a handle on what people wanted. And man, were they built. Scooting over. I'll hop over to the other side of the road, see what's over there. It's always fun to look at the cars. What this person's waiting for, I don't know. She could have went 3 times by now. Come on. There's nobody in that lane. Go. nice cars. The blue lights of love. The two-wheeled blue lights of love.